Morning, Frank.
Oh, hey, Hal.
How's the Tiguan?
This thing's great, man. I fit so much stuff in it.
I love these powered trunks too, right?
Oh, yeah.
How are the kids?
They're good, yeah. Jemima's been acting up at school.
Anyway, have a good day.
You too.
Hi, hun? Yeah. We're moving. What? Yeah, no, it's Frank. He's a Star Wars prequels fan.
You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James, and in the effort to look cool, we've decided to forego the jackets, and it's a mistake because it's freezing.
I can't do it anymore.
This is a Tiguan, this is a RAV4. Let's do it.
Okay, where do we start? The RAV4 is one of the best-selling vehicles in Toyota's lineup, and this year it's been given a much-needed refresh. I think that the new RAV4 here in trail trim looks absolutely fantastic. With roof rails and fender flares in this military-esque color, the Trail RAV4 is ready to smash that gravel road at your cottage. It has off-roading drive modes and the ability to run in front-wheel drive only form for fuel economy. I think that if you're gonna get a RAV4, this is the trim to get. It's fun, useful, and properly rugged.
But who needs ruggedness when you can have poise? Enter the Tiguan, a combination of tiger and iguana. Seriously. The Tiguan's name is synonymous with versatility and space. This one even has a third row of seats. Today we have the Tiguan in its top trim with the R-Line package, which, beyond giving us some fancy exterior design type bits, means we also get a panoramic sunroof, a Fender audio system, and VW's stunning digital cockpit. But we'll get to that later. All this results in a pretty suave looking Volkswagen. When we asked our Instagram fans at the Throttle House which they preferred, however, the RAV4 seemed to take the cake. So let's take a deeper look, shall we?
All right, that intro was in the city. We've gone outside the city now where there is actually snow on the ground. So, sport mode, nope, I want snow mode, full launch. It's pretty good, you know? It does a really good job of breaking that one wheel that is spinning and just sending you in a straight line. Doesn't get squirrely, it just pulls you straight on a completely snow-covered road. That's what you want, right?
Okay, Tiguan, all-wheel drive, snow mode, launch. Okay, that was pretty good. You got a lot of traction control, flashing things, but otherwise it's pretty good. And that's using 4Motion, which is VW's all-wheel drive system, which directs power to the wheels that need it most. But in that moment, I felt like it put a lot of power on those front wheels because they were spinning.
The thing about these all-wheel drive systems, I'm just turning around on a closed road here, is that they don't quite send as much to the rear as I want them to. But you know what? The car just stays pointing the right direction. I can't argue with that. All right, the all-wheel drive system in this is very good. It biases the front, as all these types of cars do, but it sends just enough to the rear that I don't feel like the car is wanting for grip on a loose or snowy surface. So it does it kind of exactly what you want. It's not ultra dramatic, it's not like a Subaru, it's not like a BMW rear biased all-wheel drive system, but it gets the job done.
Okay, so this has a little bit less horsepower than the RAV4, but it's got more torque, and it delivers that torque really early on, which is good because I want my torque early. And because it's turbocharged, it means I get more power and it feels a little bit peppier around town. However, on highway speeds, I've actually found this is it feels really sluggish. Like if I'm going 90 and I want to overtake someone, this really tries hard to put the power down. But I think it does sound a little bit better than that RAV4.
Okay, Toyota has gone with a naturally aspirated engine for this car, which seems kind of weird nowadays, and that Tiguan has a turbocharged engine. The advantage is that this is going to be a Toyota in the purest sense, which means it is just going to always work forever and ever and ever. It will outlast you easily. And that's kind of why you buy a Toyota. Simplicity, reliability, and it's got enough power to get you going. All right, so peak torque is delivered at 5,000 RPM, very different to that Tiguan. But it feels very naturally aspirated in the way that when you put your foot down right away, you immediately get the power. You don't get very much of it, but you immediately get it, which is nice, I guess. However, just the way that the power band is, kind of feels like it comes on in lumps a little bit. You get like a little bit of a boost at 3 and you get a boost at 5, and it's not an ultra refined power plant. It's really not. Don't expect kind of German refinement when you get in a car like this. It just gets the job done. And it doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound good either. You don't buy this car for the sound of the engine though.
Neither of these cars have very exciting engines, so it's not their strong point. In that sense, this passes, it's fine. What I love about this car is that it's kind of got that Volkswagen standard fare where it feels sturdy, it feels solid, you feel like you're in a classy vehicle. It feels like a baby brother to the Audi Q5, which is not something you can say for the RAV4, even though that the RAV4 is pretty cool looking.
Okay, the steering in the car is fine. I mean, it goes where you point it. It's a little bit numb. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but you probably won't notice one way or the other if you're shopping for these types of cars. They all generally feel the same. The suspension, though, I find is a little bit harsh. You have a good amount of ground clearance for the snow. We've been plowing through snow all day, but I find that it's just a little bit harsh of a ride, just a little bit. Now, I do have some cool driving modes. I've got Eco, Normal, Sport, and I have Mud and Sand, and I have Rock and Dirt. That's some like cool off-road stuff, right? So Mud and Sand actually turns off collision control and collision warning, otherwise it would be going off all the time if you were off-roading. And it turns off some of the stability control, so it's not so intrusive because it would be going off all the time on the sand. But and honestly, what this car feels like on a snow-covered road is easy. Easy is the best word that I would use it. Very confident. It isn't as confident as a Mazda CX-5 though. We're going to talk about the CX-5 in a little bit. But honestly, generally, you're not going to be, like this on a back road. It just kind of goes where you point it. It does most of the work. It's fine. It's good. It's confident. And out of the 3 cars, the Tiguan, this car, and the CX-5, this one is the one that looks like it should have a mud and sand mode. I think it looks awesome, and in here, it looks very good as well, but we're going to get to the interior in a minute.
Yeah, it puts the power down pretty well, honestly. I can't complain about it, especially like the lower speeds. So while I have confidence pulling away at a traffic light, do I still have that same confidence when I put this car into a turn? Because the reason you buy one of these cars is so that when you live in a winter climate and you have back roads, you want to be able to know that you can trust it. Okay, so both cars today are on winter tires, which is necessary because I'm hitting a bit of snow here. But we've driven these cars in the dry and in the snow. And I can say with certainty that this car feels great around a corner. It feels super planted. The steering feedback's fine. Like it honestly has good on-center feel, and I got more of a sense where my front tires are than I would actually expect from a car like this.
So the driving position is good. The steering wheel is in a really good spot. Sometimes in these, like for example, the Hyundai Kona, the steering wheel was too far down. I felt too high. I don't in this. I actually feel like I have a good driving position. I got good spots for my elbows. Heated seats work really well. The heated steering wheel kind of only goes halfway, but I find that this is a comfortable car to cruise in. It just kind of eats up highway miles just as well as it does a back road.
Okay, I'm gonna go meet Thomas now, and we're gonna have a look at the interior and exterior in a bit more detail. So?
These are pretty fun, you know?
They're not bad, eh?
They actually are.
Are we warming to crossovers? Do I need to tell my parents about this?
I don't want to say that we are, but I mean, they're in the snow, they're fun.
Yes, in the snow they're good.
And mine actually looks like it's meant for the snow. It's a trail. It basically has a wide body kit.
Okay, ostensibly, it's a snow vehicle.
I'm not sure what ostensibly means, but yours is the dirtiest car of all time.
This is Canada salt right here. That's Canada.
This is the dirtiest
people
vehicle.
Think maple syrup, they're wrong. This is Canada.
Pretty much Canada right there. Yeah, so this is the R line, right?
It is.
So how much does that cost?
$2,000.
How much?
$2,000.
$2,000. And what does it get you?
It gets you this badge. It says Highline.
That's a good badge.
Yeah.
That's a good looking badge. It's mostly covered in salt.
Not winter setup, it would get you nicer wheels.
Okay, so the wheels are out. So a badge so far. We have a badge.
It gets you this black grille.
A black grille, which you can't see because it's currently white.
It gets you. It's only cosmetic. It is only cosmetic.
Okay, for $2,000.
I would save the $2,000.
That would bring it down to only $3,000 more expensive than mine.
Okay, but do you know what I don't like about the design on this?
What?
This little bit here. It looks like, you know when your boxers are tight and you got a little bit of weight?
So it looks like a muffin top.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that.
All right. Hatch.
Dude, that's slow.
This is slow, actually.
Look at that.
This is tedious. Opening
Oh,
it
yeah.
up and closing it, it gets annoying. It's just a
Yeah.
little bit too slow. I have a lot of room. You have a lot. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes. 7 seats.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, but these seats are only for people who you are willing to sacrifice their legs.
Like children. No, well, not children though.
you want to sacrifice children's legs?
No. I mean, like, it
You're a
would
weird
be
dude,
fortunate.
man. I don't know what I'm doing
Okay.
with it.
Anyway, if you put the seats down,
Very similar. I've looked
Very
up.
similar.
They're very similar in space.
all right, there
Yeah.
you go. Interior?
Sure. Let's do this one first.
Okay.
Okay. Look at the beeping.
These cars beep constantly.
Everything.
They beep with everything.
That's how you know it's got every safety gadget ever. It constantly. It even has something called celiac mode. It tells you if you've had too much gluten. It just beeps at you. That's not true.
Okay, so
that's not true.
Okay, you made that up. Now
That'd be cool,
these
though.
all have lane keep assist. They all have adaptive cruise control. These both do in these trims, right?
Yes.
So we're good.
Yeah. What this has though is a beautiful digital display that you can actually see in the sunshine.
I also have a digital display which you cannot see in the sunshine, and we'll do that. Talk
Yeah,
about that in
yeah.
a second. But like
Yeah.
that's so good.
It's lovely.
Pulled
Yeah.
right from Audi. You can customize them. You can put whatever you want in the center. You can change the gauges, and they look real. Like it's
It looks
honestly
stunning.
perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
That's the best part.
And unlike yours, this has its infotainment in the car
Yes,
and not
integrated.
plugged on the top of it.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind this pops up when you put your hand close to it. That's
No,
cool.
this is a really cool setting. Yeah, it senses
Yeah.
it as you get close to it, and the Golf has this as well. This is not new for VW.
Yeah, no.
But as you go close to it, it knows your hands.
Honestly,
there, it
infotainment
pops
is
up.
easy, good to use. Climate control, easy, good to use. Heated seats, heated steering wheel.
Yeah,
What else do you
this
have?
wins a lot of points on the interior.
Steering wheel? Do you like it?
Steering wheel's lovely.
It's good.
It's
Volkswagen.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, fit and finish is very Volkswagen. It's very good.
and 7 seats.
You have 7 seats. I can't argue with 7 seats. Right?
Yeah.
These seats, by the way, are comfortable. I like this. I really like this interior. I honestly do.
Yeah, fantastic. But this has a panoramic sunroof, which I don't think you can even option on that.
Yeah, I have a dinky little like 1990s sunroof.
Yeah.
This is like a giant German.
It's fantastic.
sunroof.
Yeah.
No, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It is really nice.
This, honestly, in so many ways, feels like a baby Q5, which is what it's supposed to do,
Yeah.
and it delivers.
It actually does. This is a really, really nice car to be inside. It's worth the extra money for the interior. RAV4.
Debatable.
Okay. RAV4.
All right.
It's cool.
I like it.
It actually is cool. Like
Do you not
these
think it's
giant-
so XC40?
It is with the orange accents.
yeah.
This is a cool little storage space. I got one over here too for
Yeah.
like a phone or whatever. I mean, honestly, this interior, it doesn't feel as premium as that.
No.
But like visually, it's really
But
neat.
it matches the personality of the outside, that kind of like fun.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
It's-
even down to these rubber things.
yeah, these
there.
are rubberized. These are rubberized, and it's very
Really
neat.
nice.
This feels really Lexus.
Yes.
It honestly does. And I have
Yeah,
all my
stubby.
mode selectors down here, push for normal. This actually changes color. Like this push normal, that changes color when depending on the mode you're in.
Really?
It's really neat, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
This
I can't fool this interior.
I don't like though.
You don't like this?
No, this is, as you say, stuck on.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't
Yeah.
look good.
No,
And
it's not great.
It's too far away. When I'm in a comfortable driving position, this is just a little bit too far to poke.
But is this not straight out of the new Corolla we were in? Like
Yeah,
this-
it is.
yeah.
It's the same stuff, but I mean, like, I'm not a big fan of it. It just doesn't, like,
It's not satisfying to press.
no, it's
anything.
not.
Yeah.
And this digital display is not good.
I can barely see it from here.
You honestly, in the sunshine, you can't see it. It's pretty bad. That is definitely an oversight. That was not well designed. Otherwise, steering wheel feels good. I mean, it feels, what's the word? Economy, but high quality. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, it's just your life.
Yes, sure. Maybe that's why I like the interior. It suits me.
I like it. No, I like
no,
it.
honestly, it is. Like the seats are comfortable. I don't have as many as you.
It's
but
not
they look
worse.
cool.
It's just a question of taste.
Yeah. Like climate control is easy to use. I have cooled seats, even in the Trail edition, which isn't the
That doesn't
highest
have cool
right.
seats.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's
It's not.
It's.
Or it is.
I mean, otherwise, what's wrong with this? Nothing.
No, it's good.
I wish I had a bigger sunroof.
It doesn't feel as spacious though. Like my
No,
headroom.
it's not. You have more headroom. There's more headroom in the Tiguan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I drive that now?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, the Tiguan. Yeah, neither of these cars are fast. All right, how does it feel though? I mean, both of these cars, honestly, after getting out of that and into this, they feel like so broadly similar that they're really not that much different. They really are not that much different. If you're planning on buying one of these cars based on driving impressions alone, you're gonna have a really difficult time, honestly.
Okay, in the RAV4, as Thomas just said, you can't really see the digital dash in this. it feels pretty, these cars are so similar immediately. The drive, like the engine in this is naturally aspirated, but it still feels like a similar power delivery. The steering is maybe a little bit less confident, but it's hard to tell because right now it's snow. Yeah, it puts the power down in a very similar way. It doesn't sound quite as good. Between the two cars though, there's something about the inordinate amount of money Toyota put towards quality control and reliability that would really help me with my decision. And for that reason, out of these two cars, I think I would take this. I think it's fun looking. They've been a bit more adventurous with the design. It's equally comfortable. It's not as classy looking, but maybe I'm just at a point in my life where I don't want that. I just kind of, I like the funness and the funkiness of this.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe the steering on the Tiguan feels a little bit tighter, a little bit sharper than the RAV4. I think it's a little bit quieter. The ride's maybe a little bit nicer. This is a more refined vehicle overall, and that's typical of Volkswagen. So, I mean, really, it comes down to which one you like better, which one suits your family and your lifestyle better. That's really what matters.
The Tiguan is Volkswagen Canada's best-selling car. This, I think they're getting pretty good, these cars, you know? I mean, they're not fast. I think if you're trying to make a decision between these two, normally I kind of get upset with people when they choose cars just based on how they look. But they're similar enough that if you wanted to choose it based on looks or how close your nearest dealer was to you, it wouldn't be a silly thing to do.
Okay, you know what? I think between these two cars, I would probably take the Tiguan. It feels more refined, it feels a little bit nicer, it feels more premium, and they're broadly the same price. So I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't get this. And there's some extra seats in the back, that's kind of cool. But you definitely, if you were thinking of these cars, definitely consider the CX-5 Turbo as well, because it's also a fantastic vehicle. All of these cars are broadly similar. You just basically get the one that suits your lifestyle the best.